Satella got our information. He might be watching. He's gonna be watching.
Oh boy.
All
Oh boy.
right.
Keep keep them beers down.
No,
Who said I got beer?
Scotch.
Mark, can't smoke no blunts now. Oh,
Oh,
what's
come on.
this? You got a
Marco, you can
microphone
wake up
now?
now.
I've always had the microphone, but I finally figured out
Right
how to
now
hook
we
it
got
up
a
to a
few people
computer.
watching, so
Okay,
So
Mark.
am I coming through
Well,
loud, too loud, or mean it? How am I
I
doing
don't
there?
know, man. You moved up in the world.
Can you hear me okay though?
uh,
It's not too loud.
huh?
I'm testing out the volume on this,
Yep,
but
I got
Bruce's
you.
volume is messed up.
You got a volume check, Bruce?
I got a what?
Oh, I hear him. I hear him.
Bruce, he hears me
Yeah.
okay, but we keep
Everybody
looking
hear
at
All
your
right.
everybody.
earlobes, sir.
Let's talk about this urban street cleaner.
Oh, the urban
You
street
heard me?
cleaner. Oh yeah. I remember now.
All right, I don't know nothing about that, so let's hear it.
Well,
Mark?
what was it, last week? I was at my sister's and I saw these people and they was just, out there cleaning the streets, but they didn't have any uniforms on. So they wasn't with the city, the state, or the county or anything like that. They just volunteers. And I was thinking, maybe the world could use a lot more of that. And, that was happening right in the hood. And it's like, that could be happening more often. You know, they were over there on like a early Saturday morning, I think it was. No, early Friday morning. And they were going through and picking up the garbage. I guess they were using their own trash can. It's an old man and an old lady. Old lady. I shouldn't say old, but they were older. They wasn't teenagers. I'll put it like that.
Oh, older than us?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, we're as old as dirt, so that's hard to say.
Okay. Well, see, no, we not. You might be old, but
Oh, but remember what you told me today? You older than me.
so that
Hmm.
means you're younger than me.
Yeah, it kind of
See,
goes like that.
technology. All right, serious. So tell us about this.
Well, they were over there picking up stuff. I didn't have a chance to talk to them or interview them or ask them
So
what's going
is
on.
it
But
from a church, community church, or just
I,
random
I don't
people?
know. But I see the same too. I think they live around the block. I think they just live in the
Oh, so it's just
neighborhood.
two people
And
decided to help out the neighborhood.
yeah, but they do it regularly. Like I see them all the time. Sometimes I see them more than just. It's more than just a once a week thing.
Well,
You
great
know.
things always start with one or two people. So maybe they starting
Yeah,
something that can catch on to other people, join in, and it becomes something bigger. You know.
could be. I drove by them. I was at least decent. I said thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
just like with Noah,
they cleaned up the
just
neighborhood.
like with Noah, he started out by himself. Then his wife, his
Yeah,
kids, their wives, they all joined in and helped together. And then the animals came, then the flood came, and everybody else died but them. So,
yeah. But I posted it on Facebook. I don't know if you saw it when I did it last
what
week,
you mean? You
but
took you videotaped them?
I didn't videotape. I just took a picture of them.
Uh,
Um, I don't know if I can get the picture. I might be able to get the
so
picture on my
is
phone.
this something they're doing in your neighborhood?
Well, it's in my sister's neighborhood because I was over by her house. So it was over by Bartlett,
Oh,
over
really?
near
Wow.
yeah, Bartlett, and you know where those new apartments are just before you reach Plymouth, over by
Yeah.
Bartlett. That's where my sister
Oh,
lives.
okay.
So I was over there picking her up, and I saw these people over there, and they were just walking down the street, pushing a garbage can, a big green bin, and collecting garbage. They had their own broom, a shovel, a rake. I mean, they had all the equipment, but they just didn't look like there was. They didn't look like they was working for a company or anything. I mean, they were in shorts and regular, clothes that normal people wear, not like a uniform or something. Let's see if I can find a picture of them on my phone and see if I can enlarge it. Oh, there they are. I don't know if you can see that at all, or how well it's coming through on your end. But you see them?
Okay, yeah, I see them. Oh, they got
Yeah.
their garbage and everything with them, and got their own cart.
Yeah, yeah. But you see that they're not like they're obviously not dressed like they're county workers or city workers. But these people are out there all the time. Oh, how old are they? I don't know.
Okay, well, I mean,
Could you tell? Because I
no,
could.
I couldn't tell, but this
Yeah,
might be something that's in their heart to do. So, I mean, like I
yeah,
said, it could catch on, and other people can pitch in. It always starts from something. So,
Call
yeah.
take a
That's what I'm saying.
fly.
I think that's a good
Call take a
idea. It's a
fly
good thing.
to me just because you're in the ghetto don't mean you know what I mean?
Right, right. People think that we don't care in the ghetto. People think, oh yeah,
Right?
everybody in the hood, they don't care about their own selves, but you got people out there
see,
volunteering.
and
I mean, it'd be nice to see more of
that's
that.
a positive act that they took to do that, because people can look to them and be encouraged to do something themselves. Might not be that, but something else positive
Right.
for the neighborhood.
Right.
That would be good.
Yeah.
It would be good. That's a step in the right direction.
And that's what I was telling
Well,
Bruce
look,
And
about. I said, we wish we had more people doing like that.
yep, and the way I see it is, long as God see people with good hearts doing good things, then we have a chance.
Yeah.
We don't want to end up like that other city that they couldn't find nobody good in.
What city would that be?
And well, let me tell you, the people in the city that they found that was, they have them lead the city, and the guy wife
yeah.
turned around and turned to a pillar of
Pillar of
salt.
Salt. Oh, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Now you got it. There you go.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I remember that story.
and I don't know, if you ask me, I kind of think Rochester getting close to that. No, actually, the whole New York State.
uh, actually, the whole planet. Everybody's getting a little bit crazy out there.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
always a shooting or
it's
something
always,
going
but
on. And
we be looking online at like the 10 best cities to live in, and
right.
do you know they actually got cities that have 0% crime?
Where's it at? I'm moving there.
But they might not allow our kind of people there, so I don't know. But I am going to research that to see what type of population they have, But
Right.
this guy will like drive around different cities and tell you about the city. And I'm like, a zero. They said the last crime they had there was 5 years ago, and it was a petty crime.
Well, is this a town with a population of about 50?
Nope. I think the population of this particular city is like 18,000.
That's not too many.
No, but I mean, still a 0% crime rate.
Yeah. 0% for per 18,000. I guess that's good.
But the guy did said they don't take kind to strangers. So you know what that means.
Yeah.
It might just be one of them places where everybody know everybody, and
Yeah, I grew up there.
yeah. But
But eventually
the
somebody's
thing
going to
is,
be starting to date somebody else's cousin or their own
yeah,
cousin or something.
and this same place, at the graduation rate is
Yeah.
98%. 98%.
Well, yeah, you got smaller schools, smaller
Well,
classrooms.
no, yeah, but you're doing a percentage. A percentage
What,
don't matter about the volume. It's the percentage.
right. But what affects the percentage is how the teachers are being able to teach. I mean, when you got a percentage and all the schools that are involved have overwhelmed classrooms and teachers that are overwhelmed, you're always going to have a lower percentage of people that are graduating. But when you
Well,
have schools that are
you can
more
look at it
closely
like that.
knit, it's going to be a higher percentage graduating.
Well, I mean, you can look at it like that. I mean, I still personally think if the crime rate is low, that means these young kids are putting their energy to something positive, like getting an education.
True.
See what I'm saying?
Right. If
And
the
they did
crime
a
rate
survey.
is,
That's like they do a survey like with Rochester, say compared to Victor. There's more kids graduate in Victor than it is in the city. And that's because those kids taking their energy and putting it towards something positive. If we could take energy of the kids in Rochester and give them something positive to do, the crime rate will go down.
that's true, but like I said, you're also taking into consideration that when it comes to the ratio of how many students per teacher, the ratio is lower out there because it's
Okay,
smaller than.
I understand what
But
you
I understand what you're saying,
I
and I'm
understand
not
what you're saying,
disagreeing with what you're
and I'm
saying.
not
I'm just saying
disagreeing
that
with you.
what I'm saying plays a factor in it.
But
Okay.
but my factor is
All right.
I don't think a teacher should use that as an excuse to teach every child the same way. Like, oh no, it's too many of them. No,
Okay.
that shouldn't be no excuse. If you can't handle to the teachers, if you can't handle your job, get another job. What's that
Yeah, but
famous
there.
what's that famous movie out there with that guy in it? Lean on Me.
Yeah,
It's about the true
yeah,
story. That was a
yeah.
big,
Mr.
big,
Okay.
Joe, yeah,
that
Joe,
was a big overcrowded. That was an overcrowded school. But he stood
Okay.
there. He had a fight for him. He went through the ringer. They took him through the ringer, but he stand right in there and fought for those kids till he got them on the right track. I think some teachers should get a little more backbone and start, really teaching those kids. Back in our day, the teachers had a little more backbone. These
Yep.
teachers now,
Well,
they give up too easy, or they just let certain things slide, or you know what I'm saying, or they just don't care.
maybe
That's
it's a
what it
little
is.
bit of all of the above.
All of the above. There you go.
Because I also think that in addition to what you're saying, I think that also that, like I said, um, even if they had more backbone, there reaches a point where there's too many kids per teacher. Even
Okay.
if they got
You
backbone,
all right, but
even if they do.
you still trying to make your point across. But
No, I'm just
let me
saying that
give you
it
let me
plays a
give you another
factor in it. Is what I'm
okay,
trying to
let me give you
say.
another sample. It can be a teacher that only have 5 students. If that teacher don't care and teach for those 5 students, their grades is not going to go up. They're not going to pass.
Right,
Or if
of course.
5 students are it not don't care about learning because they got some other negative activity going on in their life, a lot of those
Right.
kids can have a lot of negative activity at home, and
Okay.
they can't concentrate to get an education because their home is not stable enough for them. So
Okay.
the home play a part in this, the teachers play a part in it, and the students play a part in it.
All right. So we'll agree that there's a lot of variables.
Yeah. So what kind of advice can we give them to get on the right track? What should we do? I'm thinking if you get the young kids into something positive before they get into something negative, because some of them already gone. Some of them might can't be reached.
Well, it all depends on whether or not they want to be reached, and it also depends on how you can convince them that they need to reach out. So when you can convince them that they need to reach out and that, you know, you're trying to reach them, when they think that somebody cares, when they think that
If
things
I
can
think
change,
if they look and see
you
somebody
know,
really care, then that would give
I'm gonna
them
tell you something.
a option.
what do you think, Bruce?
The biggest problem is whatever's going on at home. The kids ain't
Right.
gonna think about nothing and learn about anything in school if their living condition at home is not right. So we could say all we want to say
That's the
all
point.
about that,
Right.
but if
That's
the
the
living
point.
Yeah.
conditions don't work, that was the hill of beans of anything. They ain't gonna think about concentrating on learning.
Yeah.
They got
Hold
the
on for
big
one
issues
second,
at
guys.
home.
What's up?
You understand what I mean?
Did
Yeah,
you say
that's
something?
exactly right.
Giacomo, did you call
They
me?
ain't gonna think about trying to learn. They think about, almost in a sense of survival, whatever that may be.
Yeah,
Really.
see that's my point. They don't see that they have an option. If you give them an option, then maybe they'll choose the right option. But like you said, with their home life and the way things going, they don't see no other option, and they don't even see school as being an option.
Well, I think that another thing too is that they need to see where school has benefited somebody, but they don't consider the average person a success because they're always being taught that you got to reach higher, you got to go better than everybody else around you. So everybody
Okay,
else around you, they always look at them as they're not successful, and that's wrong.
yeah. Well, no, let's look at the minorities and the lower class and the poor, and these kids growing up in this environment. When they go
Right.
home, they don't see nothing positive because 9 times out of 10, if they have a parent, they got one parent, and that one parent could be working and struggling, and they feel like they don't want to struggle like that. So then they see
Right.
another option. They see people out there that's selling drugs, driving in nice cars, wearing all this gold.
Being
It's
very
all
cool.
materialistic. All that's what they seeing, materialistic. They seeing their
Right.
mother struggle, but they seeing this other person living a life. And that's the life some of them rather choose. But we need to try to let them know that there's another option. And that other option is in education. We're not saying, oh, you're
Right.
going to go to college so you can become a football player or a basketball player. No. Let them know you can go to school and become a doctor,
What they really
a
need, I
lawyer.
guess you could say, what they really
Everybody
need,
being a
I guess you
lawyer,
could say, is
but
they need to go ahead and they need to see the world. They need to see the rest of the United States, the rest of the planet, so they understand where they stand, so that they
yeah,
understand that this area that they live in is
they
not
are
the only thing out there
right.
to get. That
Exactly.
there's a lot more that you can
They
reach
need to
for.
see, they need to see the other side. They need to see what could be and not what they think should be.
And some of them, I mean, I'm not gonna say that there aren't poor people here in Rochester, but I'm saying that there's far more severe poor people in other parts of the world, some parts of the United States even. So some people here think they got it real bad, and then there's other people out there that's got it worse. Maybe they
Oh
need to
yeah,
see a
like
taste of that as well, so they understand. Like I said, get a full spectrum of everything, top to bottom, so they know exactly where they stand. They realize, hey, I got a lot more going on. I can try and do more because, you know, I got more than this guy down here. I don't have as much as that guy up there, but I'm actually in the middle, and I thought I was on the bottom. Maybe they can go ahead and try and do more if they had that
well,
understanding.
yeah. I mean, because
So, how would you begin to bring that understanding?
you can always see. I mean, like I said, be on YouTube looking at different cities, and there's
Hmm.
whole lot of cities a lot worse than Rochester. The
Yep.
property level is really, really low, and their streets are really, really un. Nobody taking care of them. No potholes,
Oh yeah.
no garbage being done, no grass being grown. But what I'm saying is, if if we concern about our city, we got to give them some kind of leeway to give them another choice. Like I said,
Yeah.
some of these kids already at the point where they're gonna do what they want. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more concerned
True.
about the younger kids coming up and not follow in their footsteps.
Right.
No, because I can see that happening, and each time that happens, the situation thickens. It get worse.
Yeah.
I
True.
mean, even finding something for the kids to do in church. You know, I think more churches should come together and get these younger kids off the streets and get them doing something positive. Because
Right.
if we leave them where they at, they're gonna see what the next person doing, and they're gonna want to follow those tracks.
You heard what the pastor said, gonna have that big brother type thing coming into the church.
Okay, see,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
you know, something like that. That's great. I remember they used to do that back in the day
yeah.
with the Big Brother thing that was down in Urban Lead, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because I
Remember
done that.
Obama sponsored that program type? That was that program from under Obama or something like that.
Right.
The Big Brother
What happened to
thing.
Mark?
He's trying to get back in. Okay, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hey, there we go.
You
Sorry
missed the
about
whole
that, fellas.
conversation.
I know. I went to get comfortable, and I moved, and my microphone fell into my keyboard. And next thing I know, I was bopped out. But I'm here.
So, all right. So what we were saying is, like, for the kids to get into something positive, like maybe through the churches,
Right.
and like Pastor Teller was saying about like a Big Brother program type of thing.
Mhm.
That I mean, that would be actually, you know, back in the day, Bruce. Remember, we was basically doing that on our own. All those
Yeah, we
young,
were. Yeah, we were. Actually, we were.
all them young kids that we
I
was
forgot
teaching
what we was
karate.
on ourselves.
Oh,
Yeah, we
yeah.
had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, all them young kids we was teaching karates too.
Yeah, we was a mentor.
You know,
That's how they all know
yeah,
us.
I remember those
we
days.
showed them something positive, and every
Yeah.
time we had karate practice, what we do, we prayed. You know what I'm saying? We made it positive for them.
Yep. Hold on,
Yeah.
guys. One more time of getting comfortable. I don't have the what do you call it? I don't have my. I'm not upstairs where I normally should be at. So.
Okay, well, you get all comfy, get your pillows, and tuck yourself in.
I'm sitting on a sofa, and it's not the most comfortable sofa because the back is all messed up. But usually, I have a place upstairs that I'm making into a studio. It's got a nice, comfy chair like what you got in it, Corey, and a place for my computer, and I could be all nice and comfy. But I didn't make it up there after I got home. But that's all right. Next time.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, basically, from the conversation with the people that's doing something positive, other people should do something positive, and I think we should focus more on the younger generation. If we want the younger generation to grow up positive and become something positive with their life, it better the chance of our community being a better community. But as far as the kids, that's like, I'll say the kids 16, 17, 18, and on up, if they into something negative, only thing gonna get them out is prayer.
But even if they're not in something negative, you got to get them interested into listening to you. That's the most important thing.
Well, yeah, if they're not doing anything
they're not going to
negative,
care about what you think unless you give them a reason to. And that's the toughest part.
well, they teenagers. There's nothing easy about that.
No. No, there isn't.
And that's the male and the female. There's nothing easy about teenagers. We know we've been there, but we kind of stay focused because we had some positive things we was doing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
We honestly didn't want
we
negative
up late.
things
We
for
up late.
ourselves.
We up late practicing karate.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
I remember my dad came by and drove by and laid down the law on me one time because I was out there hanging hanging with you guys. He says, I'm gonna have
Okay.
all your friends
Well,
arrested.
you say, hey, well, like that, I'm doing something good. I'm not like hanging out in the street corners, wasting my
Yeah.
time.
Right.
And I think because we did that back then, that might be one of the reasons why we still here today.
Maybe so.
Because we could have been in
Maybe
something
so.
else.
True.
Oh yeah. Could have been
Even
doing a
though
whole lot of something not good.
even though at certain points of our growing up, we did get into some bad things,
I think everybody does
Yeah,
because
we
but
did.
we
you don't go through life without experience in something.
but we had sense enough to straighten up,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
and
Right.
and try to do the decent right thing to do. So we
I
need
think
to
this
try to enforce that on these young kids. I say from 15 on down.
right. I think the scariest thing for
You
any
know,
parent, and this was what was scary
Who,
for me,
who's that?
was I came to the
Right.
realization that
No,
my kid is going to go through all the stuff I went through, and I was like, oh dear God, he was going to do some of the stuff I'd done, and it may be worse. I was like, that's when you just got to start. You start talking. You just got to keep talking to them, and you guys got to keep talking and talking and talking and talking until they start listening. So
yeah. So I mean, basically, I say the church is a great place to start that kind of thing going on. You know,
the church, and maybe it was something with music. Kids do like
something with
music,
music.
right? I
Yeah,
mean, that's what we was doing. We was making music as well as martial arts.
yeah, we done that.
Yeah. So get kids involved into something where they can be creative, you know?
Yeah, it can be even through art. Get them, interested in art.
Right?
So I
There's
mean,
there's
create some
all
kind of
sorts of types of art.
program. Create some kind of program. It even would be good, like if say we was to do something like that through the church, and somewhere down the line, the church can purchase a bus and even pick these kids up and let them, get them there and let them do positive stuff. Then that way,
Okay.
then that way, in their mind, they see I have an option. We giving them an
Right.
option. Having an
Right.
option in life is really important because when you feel you don't have no option, you're only going to go one way.
Right. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, and they should have some kind of program have in place like skills like carpentry, cooking, or whatever, all that type of good
Exactly.
stuff. Something
Right.
with,
Exactly.
all that good
Now see, I
stuff.
thought that with going to school and doing like Wamoko and going to
And,
those courses, Nabosi's courses, is what that
Bosi
was all
do that.
about.
Bosi does that a lot. But see, with Bosi, I'm gonna tell you, they try to. I know it's like a minority program, but they try to force that on the kids in the school that they don't think that will accomplish nothing in life. Like they kind of targeted us certain to do that. Like like you
Well,
need to take a trade because you would never be a doctor, you would never be a lawyer. That kind of thing
right.
they kind of doing.
I don't know.
And
I never
I
saw it
don't.
quite like that though,
Well, I'm
Corey.
just well. That's what Bosi doing because they try to do that with one of my own kids. So
Really?
yeah.
I mean, I haven't. I went to the one in
I,
Spencerport for like a year, but that was like in the '80s,
well,
So I don't know what
my
they're doing and how
okay.
they're
Well,
doing it anymore.
I don't know if it's this particular school. My daughter go to Victor, and that's a good school.
Right,
It's not that many minorities in there,
right.
but I know, like you said, I know Bosi is a kind of a minority thing because why all the minorities in the school they try to force that on.
See, that's how it's changed. Because when I was going, hardly any minorities were going to BOCES, and it was kind of like trying to get more to go. But like I said, I was in a different part of the city. I went to school out in Scottsville and went to Spencerport Womoco. So I don't remember a lot of minorities going there. So, and it was a different situation. It was the
And,
80s,
but well, then I mean, and then Fairport also did that to my son. At
Really?
Fairport, they forced him to take up a trade. So he took up welding, got a certificate, graduated in it. But the point is, they took him from his school for half a day
Right.
to over to Bosie's every day. Like,
Yeah.
well, how do you know he want to take a trade up in welding? How you know he don't want to become a
I never
doctor?
heard of it being forced. They always told me, you could do
Well,
it if you want to. As a matter of fact, they actually
I have
told me
three
to wait a
different
year before I did mine.
I had three different situations with my kids where they try to do that. Like
Wow.
my other daughter, she didn't want to do it. She went to school, she got good grades, she graduated. She went to
Yeah.
college, she got good grades, she graduated. See, I didn't really have a good education, so I make sure my kids have that option.
Right.
See, that's that word I'm keep bringing up, option, because when a person have an option, they can make a better
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah. I
Sometimes,
was always being
sometimes I
told that
felt
I
like
couldn't go.
sometimes I felt like I didn't have an option because I felt that I would never have the money to pay for college.
Right.
And
We didn't have no
although,
option back then, Corey.
huh?
It wasn't an option back then.
Nah,
Yeah.
It wasn't no option for us back then.
not unless we know how to play basketball good or football good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, right.
Well, I wanted to go to Omoko and take computer programming. They told me, well, it's a
Hey,
2-year
that's the option
course.
for us. So,
Yeah,
well, some of us,
That
some
was
of
yeah.
from
us.
back in the 80s, and they said it's a 2-year course. You don't have enough math. Why don't you take 1 year of it while you're in school in your senior year and take some more math, and then after you graduate, come back for another year? Well, as it turned out, that was a lie. It turned out that I didn't need to have as much math as what this lady was telling me and what
See,
my guidance counselor was saying. And so, they were trying to hold me back the way I feel about it. Whereas
that's
for now, you're saying they're not holding back, they're pushing out, which is a
yeah.
different situation.
And and see, and what they was even back then, it appears they was trying to take away your options.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Well,
And
like I said, I was going for
well,
computer programming. That's not just a that's
well,
a good trade at the time, but
well, yeah, it is. I mean, but what I'm saying is nowadays they pushing, and our kids are not feeling that they have an option.
okay.
And all my kids, every last one of my kids, except the 17-year-old, went to college and graduated from college.
That's good.
I got one more to graduate because I
Okay.
always, even if the school try to tell them they have no options, I still tell them you got an option.
Right.
Right.
So what I'm saying, a lot of these kids need to know that they got an option because basically you try to figure out when do things turn bad. When a child is born, they have a good heart and they have dreams and things they want to be. At some point, something happened to take away their dreams, their hopes, their option. I don't know if
Right.
it could be the home life, what they see in that home, how they being raised at home, or it could be the school, the teachers, how they being taught, or it could be the streets, what they see in the streets.
Right.
I'll say both. I'll say the
Yeah,
street and the
probably a little
school.
bit of everything.
You heard me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
said both.
yeah, so we can't do nothing about the home thing,
Right.
but we can do something about the streets and the school.
What do we do about the school?
Well, for one thing, more parents should get more involved in the kids' school.
True.
Go up there to them and tell them. Go up there and let them know that
Hey, I care.
yeah, let them know that you care. If they see that the parents care, then they might change their way of thought.
Right.
Right.
Because if
Yeah.
they see that the parent don't care, they not gonna care.
That's wrong altogether, but it is very true.
It's wrong, but and it's sad because
Yeah.
at some point between a child being 5 years old and 10 years old really messes up for them to go on in a positive way if they're not seeing no positive light.
Right.
So,
Right.
hey, if anybody listening to this, or if anybody need to respond or leave a message, or if what we talking about helping anybody out there, if you want to
Or if
make a
there's somebody
stand,
out
make a
there
move.
who, yeah, and there's kids out there, or you know some kids out there that have that might benefit by what we're saying, or have an opinion to give us an idea that could help, leave a message. We'll answer it. We'll get back to you and give us some ideas. We're open minded. At least we try to be. We try to be. Right, Bruce?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So if anybody listen, or you might not be listening now, but later on you might bump into this and hear it out,
Yeah.
because we got to give our kids a option. Look at God. God always gave us an option. Not
Yeah.
once,
That's
not
for
once
sure.
have God not took away our free will,
Right.
our freedom to choose. I see a lot of that going on, and some of it's going on and nobody talking about it.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Right.
kids are growing up not seeing no option. They feel that they got to go a certain way because they don't see the other way. Right
Wait a
away,
minute. You mean kids don't have to grow up to be gangsters, robbers, and killers? What? Are you sure?
I'm sure kids only see, not every child, but most kids, by the way they brought up and where they at, they only see one way to go.
Right.
My saying is, God always gave us the option, and know what? He showed us both sides too.
Yeah.
These kids not seeing both sides, even in the
Right.
schools. I noticed in the schools they might teach a little bit about black history, but they're not telling them the whole story. They're not
Oh, I
telling them
know. I know.
all all of the famous black people that done things out there years and years ago.
I
Like I
know.
was telling Mark, Bruce, the man that invented the doorknob, his last name is Dorsey. But kids in school don't know that.
Yeah.
The
Little
man
things
that
like
invented the man that invented the electric guitar was black. But the school
there's
don't
good
teach them
stuff
that.
out there and there's bad stuff out there, but it should all be learned so people can take it in and make
Yeah,
decisions and
if
know
kids
about
knew
it.
all of that and that's going through their mind, they're gonna start thinking, "Oh, what can I do to make this world better?"
You know,
Instead
I'm
of
56 years old and I'm just now in this day and age hearing about what had happened in 1921 with the massacre that occurred. They never taught any of that in school.
no, they didn't,
I don't remember
and
ever hearing about
that
that in school.
it took 100 years for that to even come out.
That's just incredible.
So
So much stuff.
all the people that killed all those people, they're all
Yeah.
dead now.
They're all dead and their kids are growing and you know
They they escaped judgment, but not judgment day. They still
nobody's
got to go
escaped
through
that.
judgment day.
Nobody's gonna escape that.
God
But
gonna be
yeah,
like,
that's just what I mean.
yo,
You know that there's so much
God gonna be
that don't
like,
get taught in
yo,
schools.
remember all those people you killed for no reason? Guess where you going? Boop, like a fire, buddy.
uh,
See,
yeah, but there's a whole
like,
lot of stuff that they need to be teaching in
see,
schools,
I'm
and then you
telling you,
know they're
man.
trying to slowly just tweak it and change it to what they want it to be
I
too.
think, you know what I think? I think when Judgment Day come, I think God gonna use me to help kick people in the lake of fire. And be
That's why
like,
you study karate so long.
that's what happened, man. Certain people might
Oh,
get kicked in twice.
And they gonna get out and go back in, huh?
Yeah. Kick him in. No, come back out. Kick him in again.
Oh wait, hold on. Bam. Oh no. You go back in there.
Hey, they might say, "Oh, well, released on the first one." They get kicked back in. That's messed
Yeah,
So,
up.
but that's all order, though, Corey, for all of us to do that. And like they say, it takes a village, you know.
well, it got to start somewhere. So,
Right.
so we gotta. I don't know what we can do.
Well,
Even if it's just a positive word, that's a way to open up the door.
true. I think the very first thing, above all else, I mean, we got all sorts of good creative ideas. The very first thing is to try and get some feedback from this younger generation because we remember how we were, but that's our memory. And things might have changed as far as how things are for kids these
Oh,
days.
things did change.
Yeah. And so, you
One
know,
thing that changes the internet. Not see now they got
Yeah,
now they got access to go to get more negative things.
yeah, or more
it's
And
positive
definitely
things.
bombarded with negativity.
well, see that's the thing that I put out there on Facebook, that it's a spiritual war going on. So the more negative things go on there, we should put more positive things on there. That's what I do. Y'all can look at
Yeah.
all my posts. It's gonna be something positive.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, trying to stay
And the,
positive is a good thing.
and the thing is, I put on there that my heart was broken because of certain things, and then
Yeah.
I came to realize a lot of people responded telling me that, hold up, you can't do this because you the one out here helping us.
Uh,
So that means no, all the positive stuff I've been talking about, people was listening, and it helped them.
right.
So it's a spiritual war. The
Yeah.
more stuff,
Yeah,
the more negative stuff you see, you gotta hit it right back with positive. That's the spiritual war right there. Negative, positive, bad, good.
Yeah.
Lucifer, God. It's a war. What and the thing is, who team you on? Can't be on both teams.
Yeah, you can. Don't you remember you just said you're gonna be hopping in and out of the lake of fire? Just kidding. It's just a bad joke.
I mean,
I
you
know what
still
you mean.
can't be on. Some people think they could be on team, but long ago, Sister Davis told me you can't stand on the fence too long. You're
Yeah.
gonna either fall down on this side or that side.
Or get
And
spliced up in the middle.
what
yeah,
they call straddling the fence.
you can't be lukewarm. You're gonna be hot or cold. Yep, no struggling on the fence. Be up there
uh,
like you're on a tightrope. I do a little good, I do a little bad. I do a little good, I do a little
and
bad.
then
I do
all
a
of a
little
sudden
good.
you go into a full split and it just splits you right in half.
Okay.
And you're all done. You all right there, Bruce?
Oh, you all right? You got some tissue for your nose?
Don't die on us, Bruce.
I'm all right.
All right. Because it's a little hard to give you CPR from here, sir. I could keep pushing the screen, but I really don't think it's going to do it good.
Just blow in your microphone. That'll work.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's loud. All right, folks. It's about 11:35. And
11:35. Yep. So, all right, we did the thing, but what you think about you gonna try to hook that up? And how Pastor Taylor did his?
what's that?
How he did his enter and exit for his
Oh, yeah, thumbnail. Yeah,
it's like
well, Bruce has to work on that, right?
yeah, that's something you're gonna work on.
Yeah,
So like we all like can get our picture we can send you our picture and you set it up on there and get some music for the background and then once that
Yeah.
done, you can have Mark Voice come on and
Right.
say who we are and what we're gonna talk about.
Okay.
Yep.
So all right, so let's work on taking this to the next level.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. No, my computer didn't mess up, so that part good.
Woohoo! It's another good
Yep.
computer day. And my computer works.
And
That's
and
another
then
good computer day.
I guess down the line we got to check out this room he talking about.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
like it's
I'll
gonna need a
tell
lot of
Mark,
So
use
we
that,
can do the
use that,
car pass from there. We can do the studio from there. We can do the
Corey.
video. Yeah.
I'll tell Mark, use that Guitar Center. Tell him about that phone, Mark.
you mean that device that you can hook up to your phone? I'm trying to remember what device you were talking about that we saw at the Guitar Center. Can you hear me, Bruce?
The phone for the studio.
Oh,
Guitar.
okay, yeah. There's at the Guitar Center they have this kind of foam you can pad the walls with.
Oh
But you
yes.
get like
Yeah, I know.
24 pieces, but it's like $130 or something
Well,
like that. I think.
yeah, I seen that on Wish List. They give you a whole bunch of it for a little cheaper price.
Okay. Yeah,
So
but
yeah.
I've heard that
Oh
you can't trust anything on that list, on
well,
that
I
wish
mean,
list.
I got a lot of things from them.
Okay.
Certain
Well, if you
thing.
feel
The
comfortable with
thing.
it.
No, the thing is, you have to read the comments before you purchase it.
Okay. I
But
like
you
to get
know,
my hands on it and look
but
at
if
it.
we can go somewhere and physically get it for a good price,
Yeah.
but
Right out there at the Guitar
oh,
Center.
guess who had a flea market today?
Who?
Ooh.
Remember Sound Source?
Oh, they did?
So I've heard that before,
You
but
know
where
what
they
You
I
at?
heard
did?
it. Remember the guy that we used to go get equipment from, and he had a
John.
garage? John.
Yeah, I
Remember
know.
that?
Yeah.
Remember we used to
Yes.
go and get equipment from him? He lived
Yeah,
had a
John.
house
Yeah, I
off
know
of
that.
Goodman.
Yes.
You know, he got a whole well,
Yeah.
he retired and moved to Florida,
Right.
but he got a whole store, and nice big store, man. And they on can't think of the name of the street, but it's off I think it's off of Monroe Avenue. It
Okay.
might be off of Monroe Avenue. No.
How long ago was this store?
Huh?
How
How
long
long
he
ago
had
was
this
this? You
store?
said.
I don't know. He had the store for a while. So he got some he retired and he got some other people running the store.
Uh-huh.
So basically they had a flea market today. I went over there on Friday.
What do you mean by flea market? What?
Well, their flea market mean that anybody can come there and sell whatever they want.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
okay.
So I wanted to go there, but we had the picnic thing. But I mean, that
Right.
means people was bringing equipment and all kind of stuff from out their attics and basement, setting them all up and selling them real cheap.
Yeah, but you
Mark,
don't know
man,
what
we
you
need
get.
to fly out there one day
Right.
to check it out, Mark.
But I
You
suppose
heard me,
it'd be
Mark?
worth it. Well, where is it at again? You're not sure?
I'm gonna text y'all the information on the flea market. It got their address on it,
Okay.
All right.
so I'll send that to y'all. I know I sent one to Keith. He went over there today.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Keith?
he didn't come to
Yeah.
the picnic either. So
Yep. So yeah, he went over there today. But hey,
trying to think of where it could be at if it's off of
they
Monroe Avenue. But,
they well, I'm gonna send y'all the address because it's on there.
okay.
But they still rent their equipment and all that stuff. They still do all that.
And
Okay.
you said this store's on Monroe Avenue, though, right?
It's off of Monroe Avenue. I can look on my phone and tell you right now.
Cause I know the dude. So sound source ain't not at Cobb's Hill no more, then, right?
It's not where?
Sound source not over there by Cobb's Hill no more.
It is by Cobb's Hill. Yeah, it is by Cobb's Hill. On like a little side street,
Yeah,
right across from the throughway.
yeah,
Okay, so you already know that part.
yeah.
Yeah, I've never been there before, so I don't know it at all. I go with you guys over there.
It's like
Or meet you over there or something.
Hill. Yeah, it's on that side street there. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I meant to.
I thought they closed down for real though.
Oh no, they still there. Just that John retired and some other guys took
Oh.
over.
Cause remember he used to be right downtown at Youth Spinners.
Years ago, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Duke Spinners.
I remember
Yeah, he
that
used to work
name. I don't remember. I don't think I was ever there.
Well, I can't find what I'm looking for. Oh, let me go to this. Oh, so I thought I sent that to Keith. Evidently, I didn't. So that means it's still on
Thought you
here.
hit send and you didn't hit send.
Screenshot. No, I don't want screenshot. Was a screenshot? Oh, here we go. Yep, it's Sound Source Sunday. Yep, it's 161 Norris Drive.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
yeah. I know that place. That's where Jeremy got his guitar at.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah,
where he
that's,
goes to all the time.
oh well, you know where it's at.
Yeah. Well,
That's Sound Source.
yeah, I know where
okay.
that's at. You
Yeah,
get off the expressway left on Winton,
yeah.
but then you
That's
turn
how I
right.
see it,
Right. Yeah, off and went and down. Yeah.
Okay.
But so they still there. They still rent. Give you an
Yeah,
option to
it's
rent
not
instruments.
by Culver. Something about Culver.
Yeah. I even seen know how the folk guitar is.
Huh?
I seen a folks guitar that looked like a bass.
Oh yeah, I'll plan on getting me one of those too.
Yeah, I seen one of those. I'm like, wow, look at
Yeah.
that.
So it's acoustical, right?
Yeah, acoustical bass kind of thing. Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
plan on getting me one. That way I won't have to have an amplifier.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So when's the next flea market?
I don't know when the next time they have one of those. But
You gonna get Mark a keyboard?
No. No.
Well, we got so many keyboards at the church. You don't need to buy one.
My keyboard days are done. No.
what, you gonna get a microphone to sing?
Yeah, come on, sing the man.
No.
So what y'all thought about my cousin? She got a voice, don't she?
Oh man, she
yeah,
can
she
sing.
does.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
the thing
boy.
is,
Really well.
she only gave them a little sample. She ain't hitting on them high notes. All them
Don't
high
worry
notes.
about it.
All them high
Don't
notes
worry.
that
Don't worry.
I'm saying, all those high notes that Whitney Houston hit, she hit
Yeah.
them just like her. I heard her sing the whole song. She hit all those high notes. She don't miss
Don't
a
worry. They're
note,
gonna work it.
huh?
She says she likes singing though. So when she gets in the mood, she just, don't want to stop.
Hey, Corey, when Jennifer get done with it, she gonna sing.
Oh, yeah.
And so will you too, Bruce.
Hey, she already sang.
I know.
And Pastor
If she-
Taylor gonna
if-
have
if-
both y'all
All
sing.
she need is to work on some church material.
Oh,
And
don't worry
they-
about that. They got it. They got it.
And Corey and Bruce gonna be singing. Yeah. Can't wait to hear that.
And
Well,
my
y'all got 2%, so I might be cutting off on y'all.
All
all right,
right.
we about to head out.
Yep.
But all right.
So I guess until next Sunday, right,
My
fellas?
oh yeah, the girl that used to sing with me and Keith back in the day. She she's in the church now, and she want to get
Okay.
the old band back together, but make it a gospel band.
Who?
That's how we started, though, wasn't it? Gospel.
Who said
Girl
that?
named her name's Sharon. It's
Oh,
been
Oh,
way
Keith.
back. Yeah,
Back in the day
she was the
when you had
nurse,
that
right?
boy Keith.
back when we used to play out in bars and doing all that. She
Yeah,
used to
I
Yeah.
sing
remember
with us.
her.
She played guitar and she sang pretty good.
Was she
So
there today?
Okay.
no, she don't go to our church. She go to some other church.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
But yeah.
Get
So
out, Miyagi.
I'm gonna see where that goes. I'm gonna ask Keith if he gang to do that.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
So if we do start
And
that
he's
up,
still going to OC Jones?
oh no, he goes somewhere else now.
Oh, he does? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but if he decide to do that, if he want to do that, hey, you
Hey,
wanna
it's what it is, man.
me and you can get on some keyboards or something.
All right. I'll try to play some keyboards. I haven't played in a long time. A real long time.
Well, we need more synthesizer player, more or less, than keyboard.
Well,
You know what I
well,
mean?
you know what?
To get that overall sound.
Basically that's what I want to do. I just want to play synthesizer. I don't got time to be doing chords.
Okay.
I
Right.
just want to hit the notes, let them ride, play the strings, play the, that's me.
Okay.
When I get into playing the chords, I don't like it that much because I'm left-handed, so it's still harder for me. Even when I play the guitar, I'm left-handed, but I was trying to play a right-hand guitar. Even with the drums,
Wow.
I play the drums like a right-handed person instead of taking the cymbal, putting it on that side, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to do a lot of switching around, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll play the piano like Bach and Beethoven. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Right. I wish.
We get you one of those little. Oh, one of these.
Thanks,
They call
Corey.
it Morocco something.
You
Yeah.
see how he picks on me, Bruce? You see how he
Well,
picks on me?
this important. It keeps the rhythm.
Oh, that did it. I'm telling Pastor Taylor now. I'm
Or
telling.
hold up, I got you. I do got a triangle. You can hit that triangle. Hey, it takes a whole bunch of instruments to make a nice little band.
Yes, it does.
So, but all right, I'm out.
All right. Catch you guys later on.
I'm about to go get real comfortable with my peanut butter and jelly sandwich now.
Oh, you watch that sugar, sir. Watch that sugar.
Don't worry about that.
All right.
It's been good.
All right. I'm worried about you, sir. All right, guys. I will see you next week.
All right, out. This is Word of Action. Booyah!
Signing
See you the
off.
next week.
All right. The
Scared
end.
to us. Don't be scared. Why are you scared?
I don't know how to sign off. Oh my God. How do I sign off? Oh no.